great day here in New Orleans. This is where we're gonna launch our culinary crusade. We're gonna go all over the state checking out food. We're starting here in New Orleans. We're gonna go to Delgado University. They have our Game Changer smoker. Then we're gonna go over to UNO, University of New Orleans. Dickie Brennan's restaurateur here. He's got a James Beard chef there tonight as well. 4 times James Beard winner. We're gonna have a killer day today.
My family was all from New Orleans.
As a kid, what was your favorite meal?
My grandma, we called her Mammy, her red beans and rice. She'd put a little bit of tomato paste in her red beans as well, which isn't very typical. And I think that was the Italian that kind of came out.
Creole nation's really like 7 cultures, my understanding. Italians, Germans, Native Americans, African Americans,
Islanders and
the French, Canadian. We're gonna do the boucherie on Saturday at Chef John Foltz's. Our table for Game Changer is gonna be the swamp floor pantry. You were telling me you're gonna help me with a hog head cheese. I've never made hog head cheese, so I don't know how much help I'm gonna be, but I can tell you a good hog head cheese is hard to beat.
the purpose for the head was everything was utilized. So they take the head and they would split it. The tongue came out, the brain came out, because that would be eaten separate. And then the rest was boiled down in water. I'm going to use pork shoulder. Modern places today would use pork butts or pork shoulders and powdered gelatin. We're going to use feet. Salt, pepper, red pepper, coriander, garlic.
Stuff that everybody has in their pantry. You hear it called the butt, but it's not from the butt of the pig.
Yeah, the butt is the shoulder, and the shoulder's the butt, and the shoulder's the other part.
Yeah. You ever take these and just grill them like that on the grill?
Oh, yeah.
They're so good, aren't they?
Yeah, it's got a little bit of seam fat. You know it's going to be tender. We don't even have to brown any of this. We're just going to cube it up. We're going to chop up our produce. That's a little more than what we need. Celery and garlic. Fine dice some carrots, some bell pepper, green onion, and then grate a little lemon zest, and then just kind of fold that in.
Wow, that already smells awesome.
This is where we're going to get the gelatin. I basically just want to crack those open.
Take no prisoners.
That'll open him up. That's going to make the gel. When it's shreddable, I'm going to pick it out. I'll pick the meat off the bones, mix it together, and then pour it into loaf pans like you would make banana bread.
I told you I'd take care of you, brother.
I know you do.
Today we're gonna do an alligator. So my alligator here, this is a 30-pound alligator. When I make up my rub, I start off with a traditional blackening season here in Louisiana. I use equal parts of onion powder, garlic powder. I use twice as much paprika as I do on my other seasonings. I'll use about 1/3 the amount of cayenne that I did on the garlic or the onion powder. I'll use probably a 1/4 cup of salt. Salt will overwhelm this quickly. So now we got all of our ingredients in. We want to make sure we blend them real well. When you're done, it'll all be one color. I'm going to spray it with a little bit of oil. What the oil is going to do, it'll start breaking your paprika down so it flows nicely. You want to be generous because we're going to do this a few times as it melts in. I try not to get none on his head because I want to keep his head pretty for the picture. This gator is going to probably take about 4 hours to cook. I'll smoke him at about 260 degrees. Nice teeth there, huh? Say hello. All right, we're going to put this boy to bed. High five.
Night night. Oh yeah.
Local ducks.
Local ducks.
Yep. Yep. Open that smoker, we got ducks coming.
So you're putting the ducks in to finish.
I've cooked the ducks off in the oven. Now I'm gonna give a couple hours in the smoker. All I'm looking for is color and flavor right now.
See how big those bad boys are. It's as big as my hand.
I got trout on brine down here. Look at these beautiful local speckled trout, dude.
Baby.
You want to get a lot of flavor in there because these are gonna cook very fast. It's 80% salt to water, and I've got brown sugar in it. So I'm gonna take and rinse these to make sure all that salt's off them. Get your bellies out real good. If you feel this, it's starting to get a leathery feel to it. So it's already starting to denature the protein. I'll take a towel now and I'll pat these dry. That way it's gonna form what they call a pellicle.
Yes, sir.
Here. Good catch. How they peeling?
Right off. Comes off like butter. Oh, good shrimp.
Huh?
Succulente, baby. Yeah. Hey, does that look like it fits? Da-na-na. Look at that bad boy. Oh my gosh. It's like it dipped it in the ISU, and it's just like this roast beef. It's totally falling apart on me, I don't care. Look what I brought.
Oh, this guy in front, bro. Let's see what happened overnight. Oh. Look at those ducks, huh? Quack, 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 quack. Look at the color. Beautiful color after we roasted them in the oven first. And then the star of the show, only in Louisiana. And then remember yesterday how we brined the trout, right? We had them to form their pellicle. Look at that. Still got juice dripping out of them. And then the boudin, the alligator sausage. Let's try one. Out of Laplace.
Oh. Show off.
All right, we're gonna start getting loaded up. Head to Baton Rouge.
Little links. There's a little road to love. That's boudin, baby. Opa! There's a lot of good things in this world, but crawfish are hard to beat. We're here in Baton Rouge today, finally for the boucherie. You can see that's what's going on in the background behind the tent. Top chefs and butchers from around the world are here, and we have our own station set up, Swamp Floor Pantry. So go over and check it out here, and I'll show you what we did.
delicious. I'm telling you, it's not gamey at all. I promise you.
Making necklaces out of them.
So I had to come back for the second time to ask them how they did it. I eat out, nice restaurant, I travel around. This is the best fish I've had.
C'est tout bon.
Gator.
Tout bon. Ça, tu peux. C'est tout bon. Et c'est good for it.
I don't think I want to eat fish any other way now. This is delicious.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, don't even need sauce. No lemon, no nothing, right? So we wouldn't miss the boucherie for anything in the world. It's probably our 6th one, I would imagine.
We've been working at White Oak Estate for, 30 years, and we've always had our old wood smokers, our old wood house smokers out there firing them up. It was a lot of fun to live in the old days, but then you just changed our world with the Game Changer. And now it's a major part of my Culinary Institute, my restaurants in New Orleans, and naturally White Oak Estate.
It really didn't take you long to call me and ask for another one.
Let me tell you what, if you want to increase your business and increase the quality of your work, Game Changer, y'all, Game Changer.
This guy has never turned off, I hear. This smokehouse is the reason I'm here. Chef John Foltz has had this thing since 1945, and he could not believe that I could produce a better smoke than he can produce in this old smokehouse. We had a bet going. Not saying it's wrong, but for food service, Game Changer is what's right.